performance is more than just a matter of horsepower ratings or cornering Gs. Performance, to me, is a matter of how a car feels. The car and I have to work together. It should be an extension of my senses. That's what it takes to win on the IMSA circuit. But that same philosophy of performance can be applied to help make everyday driving better. And Ford is making great strides in putting what they learn on the track to work in the showroom. Some of what they've learned is shown in SVO and Mustang GT. Hi, my name is Bobby Rahal, and I drive a Mustang GTP for Ford on the International Motorsports Association racing circuit. I'm here today at Willow Springs International Raceway to show you how what we learn on the track is being applied to production cars. It's easy to be impressed by SVO just by strapping one on for size. This articulated seat allows me to customize its shape to fit my contours. I'm in a comfortable, alert position to command the car and to see the road. The interior shows a lot of motorsports influence. All controls seem to be right at hand. There's easy-to-read analog instrumentation, including a turbo boost gauge and 8,000 RPM tachometer. And even the clutch, throttle, and brake are conveniently positioned. I can easily operate the brake and gas pedal simultaneously with my right foot while clutching with my left. This is called a heel and toe downshift and allows me to match engine RPM and rear wheel RPM for smooth downshifting into corners. Also, to help me maintain my driving position in corners, SVO has a dead pedal down here to help me brace myself in a hard turn that doesn't require a downshift. It's an ergonomically correct cockpit. It allows you to concentrate on driving and minimizes distractions. That's important on the highway as well as the racetrack. Let's take her out for a run. The turbo really gives this car a lot of pep, and unlike many turbocharged engines, it responds to the throttle right away. That's because of a unique blow-through turbocharger design which locates the throttle and fuel injectors downstream of the turbo. It's similar to the design on my GTP. The design overcomes most of the lag in turbo response because the compressor generates at least a slight pressure at all times on the inlet system. That can be important to get up to speed on the highway or to safely pass slower moving vehicles. Another example of racing technology applied to the street is SVO's air-to-air intercooler. It's similar to the one on my racer and acts much like a radiator to cool the air charge generated by the turbo compressor, which increases its density. Because a cooler air-fuel charge is less likely to pre-detonate, spark advance can be increased, resulting in more powerful combustion. The end product is about 40% more horsepower than if the engine didn't have the intercooler. And look at the boost gauge, up to 14 psi. That's a direct result of SVO's unique computer-controlled turbo boost. It eliminates the need for the lower preset boost found on mechanically controlled turbos to prevent engine damage at lower RPMs. That's because SVO's EEC4 computer limits boost at low engine speeds and allows exceptionally high boost levels at maximum RPM, providing much better torque numbers and without the electronic boost control. The computer also allows drivers to use premium or unleaded fuel. A simple flick of this toggle switch tells the computer to recalibrate engine timing for the change. When these innovations are combined with computer-controlled, multi-port fuel injection, SVO gives me smooth power throughout all RPM ranges. The kind of power that's as usable on the highway as on the track. The Borg-Warner 5-speed and new Hurst linkage have been improved for 1985, providing shorter, crisper shift throws. And the close ratio gearing lets me maintain torque and RPMs for good acceleration. The new Goodyear Eagle VR50 unidirectional tires are mounted on SVO's 16-inch wheels. They feature one of the widest footprints available on any passenger car, 7 inches. which gives me excellent stability and traction, which is as important on the street as on the track. The design and tread of the VR50 is derived from the Gatorback Formula One racing rain tire. The extremely short sidewall of this 50 series tire results in super quick response. And just like the race tire, the Eagle VR50 is unidirectional and works best when the tread elements are mounted to point in the direction of travel. The tread pattern also provides another benefit. On wet roads, it gives trapped road surface water a natural path away from the tire surface, improving road contact. SVO's traction lock rear axle features a new, higher 3-7-3-to-1 ratio for improved acceleration. And the ride and handling make it easy for me to put the power to good use. Rack and pinion steering and fully adjustable cone shocks and struts give SVO superb maneuverability at all speeds. And Ford's unique Quadra-Shock rear suspension gives the car excellent stability during heavy acceleration and hard cornering. This suspension adds a damper at each rear wheel, which extends from the rear axle to the underbody frame. These dampers are designed to resist the rear axle movement characteristic of any rear-wheel drive car, fore and aft movement, which occurs during heavy acceleration and braking, and rear axle twisting, which occurs under heavy acceleration and hard cornering. As a result, the wheels stay in firm contact with the road, even during extreme cornering, while hard braking and acceleration have virtually no effect on the position of the rear wheel track, keeping the rear tires and therefore the power on the road where it belongs. SVO balances ride and handling with power exceptionally well, and the aerodynamic design contributes to this balance in a significant way. Again, this is another area in which our GTP campaign has had an effect. We regularly travel at speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour, and to maintain handling stability at such speeds, aerodynamic design is extremely important. Our design, with a special belly tunnel underneath the car and the rear wing spoiler, actually sucks the car to the ground, making it very stable and incredibly quick through the corners. On SVO, the special rear wheel opening spats, aerodynamic 16-inch road wheels, and standard biplane or optional single wing spoiler help handling by keeping the car glued to the road. Just as important as power and handling is the ability to stop. SVO's power-assisted four-wheel disc brakes do the job well. Oversized rotors, calipers, and master cylinder help stop this car as well as it starts. And internally vented rotors stay cool, minimizing brake fade and providing increased stopping power. SVO is a driver's car. It puts power, ride and handling, and advanced technology right at its driver's fingertips. But it really doesn't need me to speak for it. One drive and performance enthusiasts will understand its language right away. For many drivers, high performance means V8 power. For them, the Mustang GT is right on target. The 5-liter V8 is really a smooth, powerful engine. It gets off the line quickly and responds well to the throttle at all speeds, providing power for the track and capable performance for everyday driving. For 1985, it includes new roller tablets to reduce engine friction, something we've seen only on race cars up to now. Reduced friction means improved power and fuel economy. For performance, the high-lift roller cam, high-strength forged pistons, and dual exhausts with new tubular headers really boost horsepower by reducing back pressure so the engine can breathe more freely. In fact, the 5-liter high-output engine rating of over 205 horsepower puts it right at the top of its class, comparable to Camaro or Trans Am. GT has a smooth, quick-shifting Borg-Warner 5-speed with new, shorter throws, and it transmits power to a traction-lock rear axle with new, lower gear ratios to preserve performance and improve fuel economy. In addition to its straight-ahead power, Mustang GT also handles with the best of its competition. Quick ratio rack and pinion steering, nitrogen gas pressurized McPherson struts and variable rate springs in front, and quadra-shock suspension with variable rate springs in the rear allow me to put GT's 5-liter power to good use. Goodyear VR-rated unidirectional tires ride on new 15-inch cast aluminum wheels, and front disc and rear drum brakes provide stopping power to match GT's performance. Handling stability is also improved by the new front fascia, air dam, and rear spoiler, all of which manage airflow for improved handling characteristics. The fascia also includes fog lamps for improved visibility. Inside, the Mustang GT is as conveniently laid out and well designed for power as on the outside. With new articulated seats, full performance cluster with tachometer, temperature, oil pressure, and ammeter gauges to keep drivers fully informed, and a console with digital clock and graphic warning display. The Mustang GT is a real pleasure to drive. Mustang also makes GT power available in a convertible model, and it can be ordered with an optional automatic overdrive transmission. Mustang GTs with the automatic overdrive transmission also come with an electronically fuel-injected high-output 5-liter engine and EEC4 computer control. This engine shares most of the performance features developed for the carbureted HO engine used with the 5-speed manual, but it replaces the 4-barrel carburetor with electronic fuel injection and EEC4 engine controls for improved performance and fuel economy with the automatic overdrive transmission. These two versions of Mustang GT are outstanding examples of Ford's performance technology, and for the V8 enthusiast, there may not be a better example anywhere in the world. But they shouldn't be confused with SVO. SVO features 4-cylinder turbocharged power, electronic boost control, Coney shocks and struts, and unique aerodynamic features which give SVO exceptional balance in terms of ride, handling, and horsepower. On the other hand, Mustang GT features V8 power, an optional automatic, and convertible availability. The two versions of Mustang are going to appeal to different audiences for different reasons. SVO prospects may be better educated, have more money, already own a performance-oriented import, or simply feel that turbocharged 4-cylinder power is the way to go. They may be prospects who've never been in a Ford dealership before. Mustang GT prospects, however, will probably be those who have always appreciated Mustang. Those looking for an exceptionally powerful automobile with good handling, good comfort, good value, and lots of fun. Both cars are good examples of how Ford is applying motorsport technology to everyday driving. Qualify your prospects carefully, then demonstrate the model that best meets their needs. Ford's race-proven technology will help make you a winner in the sales race.